This year's pork report takes the prize as the fattest in our 9-year history, exposing a record-breaking $609 million in government waste, fraud, and abuse. The 2014 report continues to prove that politicians and bureaucrats' eyes are bigger than taxpayers' stomachs. This year's dubious honor for Pork of the Year is awarded to a repeat offender, the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development. This past year, taxpayers shelled out a record $1.9 million on government-owned golf courses, with all 9 state courses shooting over par. And while the Tennessee Department of Environment Conservation argues that keeping greens fees low will help them make the overall state park system more efficient and turn a profit, that is no longer the case. This year's state budget allocated $1.5 million to cover the operating costs of the state park system, meaning there's no longer any excuse to force taxpayers to subsidize the golf habits of others. Other examples of waste in the state budget include spending to urge Tennesseans to eat more beef, funded by a 50-cent tax on every head of cattle sold in the state, and $4 million allocated for film incentives, even though research consistently proves that these incentives offer a return on investment of just 10 to 30 cents on the dollar. Fiscal responsibility-wise, the state is good, but again, could always be better. And hopefully with us pointing out things like all the arts projects and all the museums that get funded, then there will be an incentive for lawmakers to address those. A good example is this year's state budget. While there was plenty of pork in it, I will admit that came from the executive branch. The legislative branch put in a policy where they were not adding any amendments to the state budget for those types of projects, and they held true to it and didn't add any. But that doesn't mean they're still not there at the end of the day.